Okay, so in this slide, we are going to learn the insecticide residues, the various aspects of insecticide residues. Actually, what is an insecticide residue? um, when we apply an insecticide, the quantity of an insecticide which remain attached to the plant surface or other surfaces soon after its application, that is known as initial deposit. Okay, that is an insecticide deposit, right? So after the application in the field, we are just imagine we are spraying the insecticide. The insecticide may fall on the leaves, may fall on the various parts of the plant, and that kind of a what you call amount which remains attached to the plant parts or other surfaces, it is referred as the initial deposit or the insecticide deposit. But what happens is, after some time, usually maybe getting exposed to sunlight, or because of the volatile nature of the insecticide, it gets broken down. Okay, the insecticide gets broken down. Okay, the amount of insecticide as such, it progressively decreases due to chemical breakdown, then volatilization and other such breakdown processes. So the amount which still remains on crop at crop maturity is referred as the insecticide residue. Okay, that is the amount of insecticide which still remains attached to the crop at crop maturity is what is referred as the insecticide residue. So you can refer it as the amount of the insecticide which remain on the plant even after its chemical breakdown or volatilization. And this particular amount is usually expressed in ppm, that is parts per million fresh weight of the produce. Produce means what the yield you get after the sexual maturity, after the what you call crop maturity. Okay, now residue levels at the time of harvest, it varies depending upon the chemical makeup and stability of the insecticide, um, in climatic conditions, the type of the crop, etc. Residues of some insecticides, they come down rapidly, the quantity, to below detectable levels, but those of others, they persist for long periods at high levels. So also, residues of some insecticides remain entirely on the plant surface, while those of others remain partly inside the fruits and other plant parts. That is, it may get inside the plant. Okay, we may like spray the insecticides, it may fall on the surface of the plant parts, but later what happens is it may get inside the plant parts. Okay, such insecticides which may enter into the plant parts and reach various parts of the plant parts, they are known as systemic insecticides. Okay, and those kinds of systemic insecticides are actually a little more dangerous. Right, so those which do have a higher insecticide residue is obviously it is dangerous, and which actually enter the crops and reach various plant parts, that is also too dangerous. Now, since insecticides are all toxic to animal life and human beings, their residue level in the harvested parts of food crops must not exceed a certain limit. And this maximum permissible insecticide residue level in the harvested produce, that is yield, okay, is known as tolerance level. Sometimes you may have heard that the exported goods, for example, black pepper and all the goods which are exported to various other nations from India, it may have got like they may have found the particular nation may have found traces of DDT or some other chemicals in the black pepper in the produce. Okay, black pepper is the produce over here in the example. Okay, so they may have got deposits, that is actually the insecticide residue. Okay, now they may have found DDT at a level above this particular tolerance level. Okay, the maximum permissible amount. Fine, so this particular so what they do is they just return it back. Okay, huge containers of black peppers are like taken back, are shipped back, and such kind of incidences have happened even recently as well. Okay, so this depends upon the toxicity of the insecticide and the status of the food item, whether it is meant for daily or occasional consumption. Thus, tolerance levels of insecticide residues varies with the toxicity of the insecticide and the consumption rate of the commodities. Okay. Now, insecticide residues can be maintained below the tolerance level by restricting the application of insecticides and by prescribing a specific interval between the last application and the harvest. This interval is known as waiting period. To make it in simpler words, that is, for every crop, there are studies conducted that for every crop, this is the time when harvesting has to be done after the like seeding stage or sowing stage, whatever it is. Okay, after the planting stage, maybe like 6 months after we have to harvest. Okay, so for every crop, uh, already the agriculture scientists have come up with a pattern of insecticide application, or a what you call timetable, we can see, okay, of insecticide application. So these are the times after planting this insecticides have to be applied. Okay, above all, agriculture scientists have also listed the important pests, the major pests are for each crop. So what happens is the insecticides have to be applied only for those major pests, okay, against the major pests. So when these particular major pests attack the crop, it is also observed and studied there. So only when the particular pests attack the crop, we need to apply the insecticide. So to reduce the insecticide residue in the harvest or in the produce, what the agriculture scientists have suggested is we have to restrict the insecticide application well before the crop, I mean harvesting season. Okay, so that particular time period between the last application of insecticides suggested uh, and the harvest time, that is known as the waiting period. So what happens is the insecticide residue in the harvest crops or in the produce can be highly reduced. Okay, so the waiting period. Now, the systematic surveys and studies in the vegetables market in our country have revealed actually shocking facts about insecticide residues. The proper use of insecticides, and strictly observing the prescribed dosage, time of application, and the length of waiting period alone can maintain the residue level within the limit of tolerance. And this would minimize the hazards and avoid a dismal situation. So for every crop, what are the insecticides to be used? How much amount has to be used? Okay, that is a prescribed dosage. And at what time the application has to be done? That is after planting, how many days after, how many weeks after? Okay, and at what dosage? And even in which form, that is whether it has to be in dry form or in wet form, application has to be done. Okay, so all these have been, the concentration level, the amount level, the time level, all these have been already prescribed, and obviously the length of waiting period, and this can reduce the insecticide residue amount in the yield in the harvest. Okay, and in this way we can bring down the damaging effects of the insecticides. Right. Okay, thank you.